So this is a matrix question, and you can tell because it has a bunch of matrices sitting right here. Oops, hold on, let me get my pen going. There's a matrix, there's a matrix. And oftentimes in these standardized math tests, you don't really have a lot of nitty-gritty with matrices. You don't need to know a whole lot about them, just some basics, and that'll get you by. So if you haven't seen them yet, or if you forgot them, because maybe you learned about them in 9th grade, 8th grade, and you forgot them by now, that's fine. There's not a whole lot to these things as far as the test goes. All you need to remember is how you do some basic multiplication and addition with matrices. And this particular one is a multiplication problem. I have a number A. I don't know what A is, but it's just some number. And if you multiply it by this matrix here, you'll get this matrix over here. And what matrices are, the whole reason they exist, is it's a way of writing multiple equations at once. And I want you to focus on the top left, right here. Okay, this is an equation. This says A times Y equals 7. Okay, and there's another equation if you look at the top right, which is A times Z equals 5. And likewise, A times X equals 3. And A times 8 equals 4. Well, most of these equations are not useful because knowing that A times Y equals 7 doesn't tell me what Y is because I don't know what A is. And likewise for Z and X. But look at this one right here. This is your clue. A times 8 equals 4. Well, divide each side by 8, and we'll figure out what A is. Divide each side by 8, we get A equals 4 divided by 8, or in other words, A equals 1/2. Okay, so if that's the case, I can rewrite some of these other equations. And what am I interested in? What's the problem asking for? Remember, it wants X plus Y. So here's the equations I want to know. I want to use this one, and I want to use this one. So let's rewrite those equations using this clue that we discovered about A equals 1/2. This equation says 1/2 Y equals 7. Well, multiply each side by 2 and we'll figure out what Y is. Y equals 14. Great. Likewise, this one says 1/2 times X equals 3. Multiply each side by 2. X equals 6. Okay, what's X plus Y? Well, that's just 16, or 6 plus 14, and that's 20. So this problem is really not about multiplication so much as it is knowing the basic rules of what matrices are.